As you can see, I am still the prisoner of Avenisi. Yes, indeed, you, by the mysterious, menacing Smurf, who's trying to teach me all about sports. The sports that I've never paid attention to. Sports I usually watch are people who hit each other in the head. But there are other sports, like football, in which people hit each other whole body and they tackle each other. And everybody knows who they are except me, 'cause I'm not hip to that. See, I can use fancy words like hip, like I'm a cool guy. And anyway, and then he's teaching me about basketball, which really I don't know anything about. And you know what? All these shows, these things are very complicated. You have to be a mathematician to be able to figure out what's going on. But he knew how to get to me. What we've been watching is lingerie football. Oh, lingerie football makes football interesting to me. A lot of beautiful women's half naked, you see. Even though I'm old and decrepit, I still got a little boy in my brain. Lingerie football is everything I care about. I'm gonna be watching lingerie football because you know what?
It's called LFL.
LFL, and they take their thing seriously. Don't you scoff and say this is just a bunch of broads, ex strippers, and everything showing off their bodies. And don't you talk about strippers are bad. They're athletic, you know. They have to go up and down the pole. I like to see you try that. Now, that's what I gotta say about sports. And I in the football, see, the reason I'm not a big fan of football because they wear helmets.
Once they gotta when they gonna play again?
Well, the lingerie football people, or
Yes, the laundry.
I believe on May 10th,
Oh,
and I'm gonna watch it.
oh
In
yeah.
fact, I might still watch my boxing, but I'll tape that and watch lingerie football in the reality of the moment. It's nothing like that. See, see, he seems like a nice guy, and he is a kind of a nice guy, but they're holding me prisoner here. Prisoner. I'm the prisoner.
Peace.
He's got the key to the apartment. And the moment he made me, because I have to, because of an operation, I have to lose some weight. So they don't feed me properly.
Free him at home.
They don't feed bread and water. That's all I get. Bread and water. And I said, but Nostradamus, you have to lose weight. I don't have to lose, even the prisoners get more than bread and water. Even the North Korean prisoners get more than bread and water. They want me to drink drinks instead of food. And they eat all the food right in front of me. They're bad boys and bad girls, and I want to know everybody know it.
Yeah, we ask him what you want to eat. He tells us and we eat it.
Yeah, and then I can't have any salt in my food, and I say I want to eat. Yeah, they'll say, "Oh, Vinny, you want some chicken and a hamburger?" Well, it's too bad you can't have salt in your diet, so we'll just give you some tofu. You know what tofu is? Tofu
Oh
is like
no.
it's not real food. They disguise it as food, but it's not. It's made of mush.
Mm.
Oh yeah, like it's good or not. They
Mm.
try to convince me it's made of bean curd. You ever hear something you want to eat called curd? Like something that's curdled? And they wonder why I'm a bitter man. Bitter. Held prisoner for 10 years or more. Just because I have some slip disc. They think they can bound me and not have me play lingerie football. I like to play lingerie football with the lingerie. Yeah, oh, I like
They
to.
can play.
Oh, they're serious. They athletes.
They can
They
play.
they got ripples in their stomachs.
They go down to the play calls and everything.
Yeah, and they know football. And they could play. And there's like athletic women who are very beautiful, by the way. They have beautiful faces and excellent bodies and big boobs. I hope I can say that on the YouTube channel with the big boobs and the nice tushies that
Mm.
don't shake with cellulite because they're in such good shape.
All right.
Yeah. When I had my career wrestling women, I wrestled a lingerie football girl.
Mm.
Yeah, and she was so strong. She beat me up. but not in a bad way. But once she got me on my back, it's like the whale. The whale gets on its back, it can't do nothing. My own weight was holding me down. If I was in better shape, I would have done a lot better, and I might have won. I think. So tell me more, Mister Smurf.
Oh, the date is April 27, 2025. The weather for today is very windy, guys. You gotta protect yourself all the time. Because I'm checking the weather right now and see if there's any changes right now.
Like they're gonna you know who I have to do this with? Alexa, what's the weather out today? Like I need you for that. What?
Right now in New York, it's 56 degrees Fahrenheit
See?
with cloudy skies.
There you
Today's
go.
forecast has lots of clouds, with a high of 60 degrees and a low of 50 degrees.
Yeah.
So the high 50 degrees and 60 degrees. I mean, it's gonna be cold with a nice wind. You must wear your sweater and coats.
Like that means anything to me. They won't let me out of this house so I could walk I wanna walk in the sunshine. I wanna laugh in the rain. But they won't let me out of this house. They keep me caged like a Great Dane. And I'm a nice guy. As everybody. Oh, look, I'm boring him. He's yawning. My singing makes you go to sleep. Lullaby, say goodnight.
Yes. So, we just heard that Steph Curry just broke the world record again.
I'm doing what?
I think he made the most 3-pointers again.
I'm not sure what. You know what that
You
is?
know what's the most 3-pointer in the whole
You,
world?
whoa.
He is the one that broke the world record again.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, the best player, or one of the best player in the NBA.
Of all history, is the best player in all history. Is he better than that
One.
guy who jumps up and what was his name? He was
And
a
this
black guy.
semester right now, he's one of the best players. Yeah.
He's in the semester. Is he out of high school yet? What's going on here? He's in the
Yes,
semester.
this
Or
year.
college?
This year and environment, he is one of the best. He just broke world record right now. He's doing very good right now.
Was he better than Michael Jordan? I know he was a great player. I don't know
At
anything
that
about
time, no.
at the, no at the, oh, in other words, but didn't he Steph Curry? Michael Jordan's been long retired
If Steph Curry was playing
against Michael Jordan, head to head.
when he was playing at his time, he would not make it.
He wouldn't make it. See, the athletics, you know why it's deteriorating?
Why?
Because now I've researched it a little bit. The basketballs are doing the hoop-de-doop with the dancers.
Oh, the
And
cheaters.
the team, yeah, they're going out and they're doing the wild thing and they're having a good time. Not like my fighters who don't do the hokey dope, but weeks and months before they get into a big fight. That's why they're so mean. That's why they want to punch somebody in the head. But the football players are different. What they do,
What they do?
what they do is they do the hoopy doop in the dugout. It's
In-
true.
In the dugout?
In the dugout.
That's horrible.
Yeah, they go, or they try to fool you. But what happens is because, okay, yeah, they all have dugouts. That's baseball. Same difference. Let me tell you something. What happens is this.
Mhm.
They have they're sitting on the sidelines, right? But eventually somebody has to go to the bathroom. So one at a time, the basketball players go to the bathroom and do the hoopy doop in the bathroom with the dancers. Or maybe they're patient and they wait until after the game.
Maybe-
Anyway, everybody's having a hoopy doop but me.
Where we getting this information from, guys? This
I
sounds crazy right now. This don't sound inappropriate right now. It sounds crazy.
this is logical thinking. This is logic. You can't defeat logic, and that's why hockey players are so mean because nobody pays attention to them in the
I
city.
don't pay attention to them, and they ice skating throughout the whole game, and they have no time because they sweaty inside their own heat heat ray they have inside their body. You think I want to talk to anybody if I was in that heat?
Well, I bet if they had fancy dancy, beautiful girls dancing, but they don't do that. And they're very frustrated. That's why they fight so much on the hockey thing, because they don't get none. And when you don't get none, you get mean.
True.
That's why I'm so mean.
That's why boxing they mean too.
Yeah.
Mean and aggressive.
And unlike boxing, they hit you with a stick in the head.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. But I bet if they had dancers, but how do you get girls to dance on the ice to look sexy? Ice skaters are not sexy. It's no girl ice skaters because they're all dressed up because they have to be because it's cold.
True.
Yeah, and if they slip on the ice, they might hurt themselves.
True.
It's true. It's hard to be coordinated on ice unless you're a girl dressed properly or a homosexual man. Because most ice skating boys, I'm not talking about somebody who just wants to go out. I'm talking about the dancers that go to the Olympics and they're men and they have a female partner. They're not interested in that female partner. I tell you that much. Oh yeah, I know things. They keep me locked up here, but I know the world. I watch the TV.
You watch TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look at him. He's there on my wheelchair, right? Gallivanting, reading his paper, telling me about the football and the basketball, and he's good. I take all the bad things I think about him. I've called him names, but he deserves to be, because you know what they're doing to one of his heroes?
Where's he going?
Mr. Soto. They're persecuting this poor Dominican boy who he's just his first job. And he's from Dominica, and they don't have enough heroes there, except for boxers. They have very good boxers, but they can't play baseball. It's too hot in Dominica. Isn't it hot in Dominica? And their diet, all they eat is rice and beans. How could you go big and strong if you're just eating rice and beans? It's impossible. The abuse of the Dominican people must stop. And then stop persecuting Mr. Soto, even though it's confusing because he has a Japanese name, and yet he's Dominican. It doesn't make no sense. The Japanese have baseball players. Why isn't Gepokao a baseball player? But you know what they do in Japan?
What did they say?
Oh, because they're tiny little people. Their baseball stadiums are smaller because everything has to come in miniature. This is a fact of life. And they break records, but it's not the same because they're not full-size people like Americans. Yeah, you did. I bet he thinks he knows everything about sports, but he didn't know this. I knew this since I was little when they first had Japanese baseball players. It was a known fact.
They crowded.
Oh, you know how many Japanese there are? So millions and millions, and they're all crowded to this little place about as big as Jersey.
They got 1,000 houses, and they're all crowded in a little town.
They're all crowded in a little town.
And then when it's time to go to work, I don't know how you're supposed to walk, but
they bump into each other. Yeah, I would never. And can you imagine me going to Japan? As much way, they would either say, "Look, Vinny, you can't go to Japan. You take up too much room." And I would say, "What about the sumo wrestlers?" And he'd say, "At least sumo wrestlers fight and entertain us. What are you going to do?"
Sumo wrestler is not fat. They strong.
They are. You know what it's called?
They're
It's called
strong.
hard fat. If you punch
They're bodybuilders. Bodybuilder and fat.
yeah, that's he's
So
true.
they can walk, run, and do everything that a fat person can do.
I gotta admit he's wrong. When I'm wrong, I admit I'm wrong, and when he's right, I admit he's right. Except when I don't feel like it. Sometimes I don't feel like it. Oh, he's not right. He don't know what he's talking about. Now, they told me that what happens, and this is crazy. I know you're not going to understand it. If you win, I think this isn't basketball, nor is it. You win too much, they punish you by letting you give up your good teammates. Am I right or wrong? Did I listen to you today?
Let me rephrase that, people.
Okay,
This way, chat. How you doing? What's going on? So basically, 2024, the whole game is finished, right?
yeah, 2024. Sorry, I'm
In
following.
the NBA. So whoever wins first place of 10, whoever wins the championship and the team that won second place, third place, fourth place, it's like a number, you see?
Yeah.
They go last. And the one that lost first game, second game, they go first.
This is the craziest thing ever. In other words, you do well. You make your home team, your hometown happy, and then they punish you. And what about if you made friends on the team?
They're trying to give other team opportunities to win.
What? This is communism. Everybody can't win. It has to be the best. When you and like boxing, they don't do that. Your best, you stay the best forever until you get beat.
As
Not
you know,
until they don't like say, oh, you win too many fights. Let's hit you in the legs with a crowbar, so you're not number one no more.
in boxing they match your fights with another fighter. So it could be even or a little bit off.
Yeah,
That's like what-
or you could be the real underdog.
So
and
when
stuff.
they do that in the NBA and NFL, and they do that in UFC and women basketball, that's the first thing they do. The number one draft does not go to the winning team, it goes to the losers. It goes to them. If they decide they don't want it and they want to give it to somebody else, they could do what's it called? Uh, a switch.
You know,
They could switch players and teams so they could get
you know what?
who they want.
You know what's going on here?
Who's going-
All these rules make me so dizzy that I might have to use my falling and can't get up button. So when I fall to the floor trying to figure out what these rules are, they'll have to, and he'll get a hernia if he tries to call me. And they'll have to call the EMTs, which has happened. And I have to have two big guys. I remember last time I had a big old Irishman and a big black guy. And they were big. And they were like, but it was all muscle. They should have been on football teams. But instead, they tried to help the sick people and the heavy people get off the floor. That's why the system is flawed, but overall, it's okay. Even this guy back here, he's flawed. You know who you are, but overall, he's a nice guy. I like him. I won't say his true name because, kidnappers has put it to jail. And I got what they call this?
What?
Stockholm syndrome. That's when you identify with your captors.
Oh no.
Yeah, you go, oh, he's not so bad. He cooks a good Meals on Wheels, and he makes me sandwiches. He does make good sandwiches. I'm trying to lose weight. And so let's see what else is going on.
Oh, what's going on is that whew,
You know,
huh,
he just had a baby. I don't mean him, I mean the woman of his dreams. And he just had a baby, and so he's a little dizzy. He's a good daddy.
all right, I got it now.
What?
All right, so basically, you're trying to explain to him that the way basketball is a good sport. You gotta understand that. I get it. It takes time to get it, and sometimes you just gotta watch it. And you pick your home team, right?
Well, on my home team in the basketball I watch,
Who's your whole team? Let's see if he knows.
the Knicks.
Ah, see, that's what I'm talking about. See, he's learning.
I'm learning from
There you
him.
go.
He's
Okay.
not a bad teacher. I could follow him, but I'm smart. I ain't learned things.
So people go to see the games, not because of the games,
Because of the halftime. Because they get
because of the
the
halftime.
you know what they do in the halftime? I
What
was
is in the
really
halftime?
watching.
Tell me what they do
They
in the halftime.
have the dancers and they're dancing real
Cheerleaders,
sexy.
dancer,
Yeah, and they have old men like me dance with the dancers
Oh,
and
okay.
to disco music for the youth. And uh they have free falls where, let's say, if you get a basket and you get it through the hoop, you know what happens?
What?
You get a car.
And
And
what else you
we
get?
just watched it, and
What else you get?
money,
Oh, see?
money in a car, maybe $2,000 in a car,
Mm.
and that's why people go. Now, if I knew that, I would have gone to one of these basketball games. Not that I could get a hoop. I couldn't do any. Even in my prime, when I was 160 pounds, I couldn't be, I was a extra strong, above average strength, but I was not coordinated. In fact, I was going to join the Marines, and then I realized I'd be the first one killed because I would fall out of the boat invading, and I hurt my head.
Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be saving Private Ryan. Private Ryan would be being trying to save me or shoot me because I was endangering the whole unit.
Nine.
Yeah,
I get it. Makes sense.
look at, he has talent, this guy. He gave me a haircut. Do you like my haircut, people?
You look sharp. Wow.
Yeah, it's because I asked him to give me a mullet. You know what mullet is? Business in the front, party in the back. Yeah, and and I was gonna like, cause see, I got rashes. See, I wanted to. I got Santa Claus. I have my Santa Claus, um, uh, beard before. I had a picture of it me back there, but I can't do it because my skin is so sensitive, like a baby's, that I get rashes. So they have to keep me clean shaven. Otherwise, I would have a beard and talk with dignity and stealth. Yeah. Yes. You know, when he tries to speak with English, when he tries to speak anything, half the time I don't know him. Because you know what he does purposely?
What?
He talks real low so I can't hear him. And I'm half deaf. So, right, and then he says words that only. Look at that. And then I'm saying, is he talking to me? He's not Jamaican. He's from the islands. Like Jamaica is an island, and and his um his next door neighbors are Haitians. Hades. And the Haitians or the Hades are the next door neighbors of the Dominicans. But there are no Dominican Haitian fighters. They're only Dominican fighters. And what's going on there? Are Dominicans beating up Haitians? Stop that, Dominicans. Be a nice people. Just because you only have rice and beans for your diets and soda's being picked on.
Haiti and Dominican Republic, they're not in good terms.
They're not in good terms?
Because Haiti have a percentage of the island, and we got all the island.
Oh, they're
So
jealous.
they're afraid that if we take over, there will be no more Haiti.
Oh, and they would hate that to happen to Haiti.
Yeah, because they already have a establishment already. Even though it's being destroyed by the material and all that stuff, but they're afraid.
Well, you see, the history of Haiti. Haiti was one of the first people who overthrew slavery many, many years ago. So the Europeans, which I take no blame for, even though I'm a European descendant, because I didn't do nothing, they punished Haiti and made it poor and put all kinds of things on them. And they were mean. So with the Dominicans, they were given, I think they had a better deal. I don't know the details because I can't read everybody's details. I only can work with little knowledge I have in making things up.
So basically, Spaniard hit Haiti.
The Spanish, they
took over Haiti.
Yeah.
And then they started going up and up, but then we didn't want them.
They didn't want them.
So we started a revolution. Years passed by, and then they left. They stay on Haiti side, but then they decided to leave Haiti later on, and we got richer, and while Spain was stealing from Haiti, got poorer and poorer. This is why our country is a little bit.
They don't like each
richer.
other. It's richer.
A little bit richer
It's richer.
because we decided not to have Spaniards.
Oh,
And
yeah,
now
you
French.
got rid of them. You know?
Like in Africa, they didn't want French.
Right.
They didn't want the Frenchies.
They didn't want the
I didn't know that.
You didn't know? No.
Somebody told me that. We can't say names.
Yeah, we can't say names, but this African girl who worked for me or works with me, she showed me because I tease her, I'm mean. And what I say is, oh, you have floors in your apartment in Africa and a roof? And she goes, we have floors in Africa. In my house, we have many doors, and our buildings are made of concrete. And I say, they're not made of thatch studs. And I tease her all the time because I'm teaching her English. Pretty soon she's gonna talk like me in a baby whine. Yeah, but architect, so in a sophisticated way. See, he's making fun of me. This is all I get. People making fun of me, and I don't mind it because I have a thick skin. You gotta have a thick skin when you're trapped in a home
It's
with.
ogre with thick skin.
He called me an ogre.
Ogre
Oh,
with thick skin. They got the thickest skin. You ever knew that ogre has
I
the
didn't
thickest
know
skin?
that. I
Yes.
thought they were mythical characters that lived
The
under
ogre has
bridges.
the thickest skin ever.
Oh,
You can stab him, he would not fit it.
yeah, I think he watches too many cartoons. I think
he.
yeah,
Ah!
he thinks they're real. Look at him. You know what? I watch him and he watches cartoons a lot, and I approve of that because I watch cartoons too. My Marvel superhero cartoon. Oh, that's my little doggy. See, I have doggies. He plays with my doggies. Yeah, making sure you put him back. Okay, now we're gonna make this a shorter snow shavini because all of you people have shorter attention spans. And yeah, if I do something too long, yeah, you tune it out. Makes
And the
me.
game is going on, so.
And the game is
The
going
game is
on.
going on.
Excuse me, well,
The
we
game
don't
is
want to
going
miss
on.
the,
We don't
we
want
don't
to miss
miss.
the game, guys.
No, look at
No,
you
the
guys,
game,
like I'm a
please.
part of this. I'm
He's part of it too. He was watching the game.
well, they had these girls in between the thing,
Uh-huh.
and they were real pretty. And I even could, once he explained how it worked, I kind of knew what was going on. You know, before when I watched it, I didn't know. And they were having the draft picks for, I think,
For the NFL.
the NFL,
Yeah.
and it had big guys and little guys. See, I thought all football players were the same size, but they have little skinny guys, and they have medium-sized guys. And then they have monster men who are like 350 pounds of muscle coming at you.
It's like the Avengers.
It's like the Avengers, like they have
got
the Hulk. They got the Hulk.
This is the friend there.
Only you have about a dozen Hulks and like a few skinny little runts.
And then they got the other defenders, which is big but not bigger than the Hulk.
Right. And then they had this little black guy who's exactly this big. But he was so small and so fast, he could avoid these giants
It's
coming
like the
at him.
winners.
He's a runner. I didn't know
Thank
this.
you. One.
He could run and he was evading them and they were trying to get him and he was like 5'8".
Once he
That-
gets the ball, boom.
That's his
Mm.
size. Because he claims to be 5'9" or 5'10" in his dreams when he had NBA dreams as a child.
And
I
Vinny's like, he's so small. And he's like, how you think they're gonna catch him? They be small.
That's the
Can't catch
thing.
somebody who's small.
It's like catching a speedy little child.
You ever see the fighting movie where you gotta catch a hen, a chicken?
Oh yeah,
And
I've
that's like
seen
a
them.
training.
Yeah, for the Karate Kid when I was a kid.
Right. Same way.
Oh.
You cannot catch it.
That's why.
You can hold him,
But you
he spins
can't.
off.
He
He's too
spins
small.
on. He's too tiny, and
He
you're a
has a-
big 350 pounder. You're
Between
right.
25 and 300 pounds. This is the majority. The 300 pounds is Murder City, the defender for the quarterback, the passer.
It's
Everybody else is like 220 to 230, 40 around there. So imagine that into a little
a
tiny
little runt.
190-pound, and
He's really like a Superman, like a little tiny little baby.
Superman and you can't catch him because he's too fast.
He looked like a speedy super baby.
Speedy Gonzalez, I call him.
Yeah, Speedy Gonzalez, and he wasn't even Spanish. But maybe one day Dominicans will be able to play football too, and little midgety Dominicans
They
will
have
be able to do
actually
it.
play,
They let them, yeah,
but it's not that much.
not that much. Because you know why? Because it's the Sotos problem. Because we have
No,
to.
because every country have the main sport they have.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
and Dominica has good
They
boxers.
got
I've seen.
good boxers, and they major sport is baseball.
Baseball. That's the American pastime. What are the Dominicans trying to do? Steal our pastime?
Yeah,
And
they got a big league just like the United States.
a big league? How could such a small country have a big league?
They got a huge league.
Really?
And they
Oh, that's what's going on.
That's why you get them the players because they leave. You see they leave.
Oh,
You-
they abandoned the Dominican Republic for America so they can make a
Yeah,
lot
so
of
when they
money?
see them, they're like, oh, I want them. I want them.
That's why the Dominicans don't like us, because we're stealing all their players. This is an international incident. Look, I gotta leave you now because I gotta get on the phone and talk to somebody about this and to alleviate international tensions. Hello? No, he's making believe the phone's work. Okay, I can't reach my arms. Don't work no more. Oh, if my arms worked, all these kidnappers would get it. I hit him. Oh, I will strangle him.
Let's give
Okay.
a song for everybody can.
All right. Poor Mr. Soto, nobody appreciates him just because he's a Dominican. But one day we will all know he's okay. Even your singing's not helping anyway. You sound like you were hit in the throat yesterday. Now it could go away. Where's it gonna end the thing?
Yeah, he
Good.
doesn't know how to end the video.
I'm not mechanically inclined. I gotta go, and I'm gonna go.